Do you think everybody that owns a liquor store has a shotgun in the back just ready to pop shit off, bro? All right. My liquor store makes $1 million a year, but I take home blank. This got me intrigued. I wonder what it's like to own a liquor store. Bro, you probably deal with so much shit owning a liquor store. I feel like, do you think everybody that owns a liquor store has a shotgun in the back? I feel like you just have to. Like, you can't even have a Glock or some shit. You just gotta have a big 12 gauge back there, just ready to pop shit off, bro. Because what happens if you're drunk one day? Like, what happens if you're faded off your own supply? You can't be accurate with that shit, you know? Like, you can't worry about if you're on target. You just gotta fucking eyes closed, pull that trigger, bro, in case you're getting robbed. And with a shotgun, it will get there. It will get them. But, all right, let's see. PJ's Liquor Store. PJ's Liquor Store, ice cold beer and wine. I'm gonna look it up on Google. I'm interested. Let's see what his reviews look like. PJ's Liquor Store. Is this it? Oh, I found it. It's in Alberta, Canada. 4.8. 4.8 stars. Let's see, what are his lowest? I like this liquor store. Even though it's small, he's got a decent stock of IPAs. Prices are good. Less than Sobeys. Courteous service. Great little spot, just limited selections. That's the only reason they get 4 stars. He has really good reviews, actually. One of the workers gave us a nasty look. He only has like 2 bad reviews and they didn't say shit. Congrats, my guy. Those are good reviews. All right, let's get into it.
This is the liquor store I bought 1 year ago for $900,000. And this was me the day I got handed the keys to this entire operation. This is PJ's, my liquor store in the small town of Cold Lake, Alberta. Population 18.
Alberta, Canada is absolutely beautiful, by the way. I've been there. It's fucking awesome, man. If you ever go to Alberta, go to Banff. Banff is like a more Montana. It is fucking amazing. Like, I swear Banff was the closest thing. Like, if I had to just picture whatever heaven looks like, I think of Banff. Like, if you were to ask me, what does heaven look like? My first thought is Banff, bro. The views, the air, the air is so clean. The people, the weather, it was just awesome, bro. The scenery, Banff is fucking amazing. I love Banff, which is in Alberta.
15,000. But why on earth did I buy a liquor store? All right, let me tell you, liquor stores are notoriously thought of in the business world as the ultimate cash cow that just prints money. A business where you sell lots in good times and even more in bad times. A business where you make money.
Subscribe to the YouTube. Please drop in.
There we go. If you were to go ask your grandpa what business you should get into, he would probably say to go buy some little rinky-dink fishing boat or some nonsense like that. But next, he would say to get into the liquor business. PJ's was slowly dying when I bought it, but I was so caught up in the renowned idea that liquor stores
Damn, it's a jacked ass Canadian.
are the best business you could own. So I overlooked all of these red flags that were just staring at me in the face and bought it anyway. After months of changing all the prices, products, shelving, cleaning up all the marketing and pretty much everything else, PJ's is now operating at max efficiency. So I'm here to expose the truth and uncover the 8.
Bro, where did this guy get $900,000 though? That's what I'm wondering. He looks young.
Age-old myth. Are liquor stores really an S-tier investment? How much does this store actually make me? I can tell you, it's probably not what you think.
This is interesting though, because I know, like, I've never thought about owning a liquor store, but it seems so, like, it makes sense. People love their alk and they drink it a lot, you know? Like, I've been wondering, where do I want to park my money? I was thinking laundromat, storage units, but let's see, maybe a liquor store.
So first, it's important we talk about gross revenue. So how much does a store of this size actually bring in every year? Of course, we sell alcohol in here, but we also have some extra streams of revenue from things like ice. This one is a good sell, man, because it pretty much takes nothing to make. It's all profit. We have like a 95% margin on it. Boom. Ice sales in June, 416 bucks. There are a few other accessory items that we sell in here. Things like cups, non-alcoholic beverages, lemon and lime juice, soda and juice for mixing. Now that makes all non-alcoholic sales, including ice, 1,407 bucks. Hello, PJ's Liquor Store. By the way, Alberta is super strict when it comes to having all these accessory items. That's why you ain't gonna see any chips, vapes, tobacco, nothing like that in here. I didn't know that getting into this, but it's pretty hard to make a few extra bucks. They pretty much tell you just what you can sell. On that note, it's actually just really important to mention that all these small products at the front, we survive off of these. If we weren't selling them, we wouldn't be here. They're so important to sell. They're at like a 25 to 50% margin. This is where we actually make some money.
Really? The small shit? So you don't make any money off the beer and the bottles back there? It's wild. You know? Like, why would you only make off the small shit?
Let's move on to the guts of the business. The booze. How much do we actually sell in alcohol every month? The wine, which includes red, white, and sparkling, which brought in a total of 11,838 bucks at a 28% margin. Wine is always a good sell. Worst sellers include pretty much all of our high-end or allocated stuff because they sell a lot slower. Now, onto our beer. Beer brought in a total of $31,900 in sales at a 24% margin. People love coming in here and grabbing their cold brews. Best sellers include Bud Light 24s, Budweiser 24s, and Michelob 24s. And the worst sellers include the random craft beer and import beer we just keep in the shop to have some variety. And the liquor, which is everything from vodka, rum, whiskey, shots, Mickey's, gin, tequila, and everything else. There's a bunch of it. All the liquor brought in a total of 21,128 bucks at a 28% margin.
Interesting. So the liquor has the highest margin. Beer has the lowest.
Best sellers include vodka and whiskey, and the worst sellers include gin and brandy. Now what about all the coolers and the ciders? We made $17,747 from ciders and coolers at a 29% margin.
Oh, so the ciders has the highest.
What about our single cans? We made $2,035 from single cans at a 35% margin. So total alcohol sales for the month of June was $84,648 bucks.
All right, I'm gonna play a little game. I'm gonna try to guess his profit margin. So I'm gonna say it's like maybe 20%. That could be a little high though. I'm gonna go like 15 grand. I think his total profit ends up being about 15 grand if I had to guess.
I also bought this entire building, and this is the back shop unit, which I'm currently renting at the moment for $22.50 a month. And for you to get an idea of where this is, PJ's is right there. And right beside the shop there is this vacant 15,000 square foot yard. I hate just seeing this sit around, so any ideas you guys got to make some extra income, put them down in the comments.
He's got a whole yard. I wonder what that person rents that little shed for. But, interesting. What could you do with that yard though? I don't know. I mean, behind a liquor store. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you could build some shit, like a little storage unit maybe or something. I don't know. Fuck. It's tough.
So our best selling category was our beer, specifically our Michelob 24s. And our second largest category was liquor, and specifically good old vodka. That sold the most. Overall, the worst sellers are things like our vermouth, and all the way down here, all the brandy. That just doesn't sell much. And what surprised me the most is actually the margin that we're selling our beer at. You know, all this big brand stuff like the Bud Light, Budweiser, even the Michelobs, which we sell the most of, we pretty much break even on them. We don't make anything substantial at all. Like, we're happy if we can get a 5% margin on that stuff. But the import and craft beer did a good job at raising that margins where we actually made a bit of money. And honestly, I didn't know that, but I'm happy. All right, the big reveal. So when we add up all the sales from alcohol, all the accessories, the gross revenue comes out to a grand total of $86,055 for this last month of June. And everything was sold at an average margin of 21%. And no, I'm not including any of the rent that we made out back at the shop. Now, of course, every month fluctuates in revenue, but at the end of the year, the store pumps out just above $1 million in sales, $1.1 million to be exact, every single year. You know, that's actually a damn lot of product to be coming in and out of here. But yes, that is gross revenue. Now we have to take off all of the expenses that I pay in here every single month to see what I'm left with at the end of the day.
Leave your guess. Yeah, my guess is 15K. I also don't know how much employees he has though either. That can eat up a lot of that, or maybe if he doesn't have a lot of employees, maybe he's profiting even more.
And what I take home as my personal income being a liquor store owner. Damn. And I wonder how close you were to actually guessing it. Out of that entire 1.1 of revenue, a disgusting amount of that goes into buying product. $850,000 to be exact. Everything being considered, the store runs at about a 25% margin, which is pretty standard for like every single liquor store. Contrary to what a lot of people think, my dad did not buy me this business. I actually just got really good at using other people's money. So every year I spend $73,000 on debt payments. That payment is from everything I personally owe on my business line of credit, my home equity line of credit, my seller finance payments, and the bank loan. I'm really in debt, deeply. I'm in a lot of debt. Yeah. Damn. When I first bought PJ's, it had 0 staff, so I was sweating like a pig in here pretty much every day. Just recently, I've actually been able to scale to a full team to...
Wow. I mean, that's good though. He has a full team. That pizza looks freaking good right here.
Run this joint. I spend about 100 hours a week at $16 an hour, putting that massive bill to almost $83,000 a year. And now we gotta take off all the random expenses, and there's a lot of them. All the utilities like heat, power, water.
Bro, that's so much. 850 grand just gets ate up by product cost. That's crazy.
A place like this uses a
Fuck that, I ain't buying a damn liquor store.
lot of utilities. Also, we gotta remember that I own this building, so I'm always paying these amazing expenses like property tax, insurance, and maintenance. This building, again, is also 50 years old, so it ain't the greatest when it comes to cost savings or efficiency or really anything. Always a bunch of maintenance to do. Then we got supplies. This store just manages to chew through tons of like paper, plastic, all this other stuff. Like, I don't even know half the stuff down here, but we got it. And then just the cherry on top of everything is all the stuff you never would have considered, like the card processing fees, the bank fees, bookkeeping. We got software systems that we use, so there's all fees to that. Also, we always get nice big fat tax bills and business renewal fees and all those hidden costs, which no one ever talks about, but...
Damn, that's crazy. So I definitely am way off at $15,000 a month, because that would have been like $168,000 profit. So I'm definitely off. Man, what is this guy even profiting with this place?
I gotta pay him. Okay, here we go. The grand reveal. As a liquor store owner doing over $1 million in revenue, I am left with a very humble salary at the end of the day. Pretty much the same as anyone working whatever drive-through around here. I actually saw McDonald's was paying like 19 bucks an hour or something like that, so. But truth be told, I knew this before buying this place, so why did I even buy it? And
you gotta think though, because he's making 40 grand profit, right? But what did he say? 76,000 of that went to his debt payment. So, I mean, once he pays this off, usually with business purchases like this, you have 10 years. It's not like a home where you get 15 to 30 years. With a business, you only get 10 years. So, I don't know what he said. He's owned this for like 3 years. So, maybe in like 7 years, once he doesn't have any debt payment, add that 75 grand back in, then he's at 115 grand to own this place. And even if he just hired it out and he wasn't involved at all, like he's just collecting the checks, I mean, I'm sure he could get like $60K a year with this place. Basically $5 grand a month at least to do nothing at that point. Like then it's worth it, right? So that right now it probably sucks, and that's probably what he's about to explain right here.
Liquor stores actually worth it, or is this one just not doing enough? So yes, liquor stores are notorious for allegedly providing great returns, lots of cash. It's like butter when you own one. You know, you've made it, you're making lots of money. Truth is, when you talk to somebody who owns one, just like I do, and other liquor store owners, you know, I've talked to a lot of them now that I'm involved in the industry. They're also notorious for slim margins, dirty business happening behind the scenes, and owner operators, which means that the owner is stuck in the liquor store.
Yeah, you never want a business, I mean, at least in my opinion, you never want a business where you're buying a job. Like if I'm gonna deploy my capital into a business, I don't want a 9 to 5 that I have to be there. That's why the laundromats, the storage units, car washes, etc. are so popular right now, because you can easily hire out a staff to be there. Or some don't even need any staff. But I still see like the potential in this business, right? Like I said, once he's out of debt, then it's nice.
Store for good. They're working in there. They're an employee. And truth is, 90% of liquor stores are operating at the same size as PJ's, right around that $1 million range. So you can imagine what really happens in there and how much these liquor stores are really providing. Do they exactly live up to the gold mine status that everyone makes them out to be? Not really. But liquor stores are extremely resilient, long-standing, and essential, so they're great businesses to buy.
Yeah, that's the sad reality is people, like, even when they're broke, they find a way to get their liquor. Like they are, you know, when you look at like these addicts on the street, you always wonder like, how is this person making any money to buy their supply, right? But it's like somehow people find a way. Exactly with like OF models, I don't think they'll ever run out of business because every day people are going to wake up bricked, you know what I mean? It's just the reality. Like these businesses are going nowhere. But I was wondering that too, like for his expenses, you got to just wonder, maybe not in Alberta, Canada, but in certain cities, you also have to funnel money to the side, because you just got to expect that you're going to have some events, like some fights or something. Things are going to break. Someone's going to try to rob you. Like, that's part of this business.
And own to build a foundation on and to have part of your portfolio. And this is exactly why I bought it. You guys are transparently seeing my journey, you know, buying this place a year ago, putting blood, sweat, tears, work, hours into this business in an all-in Hail Mary attempt to step away from it, and then to actually use this business as an accelerant for new ventures. And you know what? We're actually pretty close to doing that. Man, I really want to buy another business. But there is still a lot to go over with this business, and then to see what the journey has next for us. So it would mean the world if you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in a couple weeks.
That was fire. But what's his name? All right, let me move this over so you guys can see. Corey, I don't know how to say his name. Corey Wiggle. But like the guy said, when you buy a business like this, it makes it so much easier to go and buy the next one. Because now you have proof that you can run a business, that you know how to be profitable, and then it's easy to go and borrow more money to buy more businesses. So, I mean, shout out to this guy. He's doing a good thing. It's his whole channel about... Someone said you should do vehicle storage out back. I was thinking that. Like someone could park their RVs and shit like that. But let's see. Also, another thing is, wow. See, look at this. This is what people need to understand, bro. When you own a business like this, if you just make content on it, it's such a hack. Because that content, a lot of times, can double your income. And usually the content's all profit. So, like that, there's a girl I follow, the laundromat girl on Instagram, and she has her laundromat that's making like 10K a month. But the content that she makes around the laundromat, the sponsorship she gets, the AdSense for people just watching, affiliates, all that stuff, her own products you could build around your page. Like this guy could implement products like teaching people how to own, buy a liquor store or any business in reality. And yeah, you could double your income. So this guy's going to be rich, bro. I know it. So look, a month ago, he posted his first video, 24,000 views. Then this one that we just watched, 706,000 views, bro. Wow. Did he really get all those views? Or all those... Okay, he also does the shorts thing. And he does really good content. This guy's going to be rich. I am telling you, he's going to be rich. Fire. For sure, fire. Hell yeah, bro. Shout out to this guy. Let's see, what does his Instagram look like? 93K. Wow. Yep, this guy's going to get rich. I know it. I know it. He's already for sure making money off the content as well, which is super fire. But all right, shout out to Corey